Hello, veterinary unicorns. Today, my message to you is simple. Calm the F down, slow the F down, and not everything is an emergency. I know, coming from me, that's shocking. My friends and family who are listening to this probably are laughing right now because I am a high sense of urgency individual. That's why I've been drawn to emergency medicine. I talk very fast. For any of you who've ever heard me lecture, I have a very high sense of energy all the time. And I am telling you, we all need to calm down. Not everything's an emergency. And as I've gotten older, I've started to realize this. My younger version of myself, everything was a crisis. But I look back at my 1980s childhood and I think, wow, we lived a slower life. And it was only like 20, 30, 40 years ago that we lived a significantly slower life before the internet. In order for me to connect with my friends outside of school, I would have to call them on a corded telephone with a dial. It had a dial, like I went 0, and then let it go back, 1, and let it go back. And then I would hide from my parents on an exceptionally long corded telephone in another room and whisper into the phone so they didn't hear me. But of course, my parents were like eavesdropping in the next room. Of course, that's what all parents did. And then for my cousins in California, because I lived on East Coast, the way that I connected with them, and this is going to shock a lot of you, I wrote them a letter. I put a letter. It wasn't by carrier pigeon, by the way. I used the United States Postal Service. I'm not that old, but I felt like it at the time. I mailed a letter, which took about a week to get to California. They would read the letter, get an update on my life, and mail me a letter back. What? That's how slow life was. And it felt like it was moving fast at that time, but now we have the internet. Everything is immediate and it's emergency and you need it right here and now. You text someone, what the hell? They have not gotten back to me. It's been 20 minutes. Why have they not responded? And then instant messenger apps are even like the worst. They're like the devil. You go ahead and message someone and their head bobs next to the message. They saw that message. They did not connect immediately with you. They saw the message. What? They saw it. They saw it like 5 minutes ago. There's no little bubbles popping up saying that they're replying. Are they doing something else? Don't they understand that even a thumbs up, I'll get to you eventually, is sufficient? No, they did not respond. I am so sick and tired of entire societies, our whole lives, every job out there, everything's an emergency. Unfortunately, people that are in leadership roles, especially our technicians and nurses and our doctors who are working on the floor along with doing managerial duties, are given tasks and they're saying, I need this SOP tomorrow. I'm sorry, I've got a 14-hour shift on the floor. When do you think I'm writing this? I have no idea. Projects immediately have to happen right now. I see companies that get these new exciting processes and every department has to roll something out within a nanosecond. And it's not sufficient. We don't have time to do it. So instead, we're working late. We're now doing stuff at home. We're taking away from our home lives. It's no longer 9 to 5. Forget about it. I mean, it's now like 9 to 9 or 7 to 7 or dare I say, because I've worked it, 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. at night to try to catch up on things in an effort to meet deadlines that you just got notice of yesterday. It's it's not even responsible to ask someone to do these things. So we all need to calm down. We need to calm down in our daily lives. When Amazon doesn't deliver exactly the next day, it's going to be all right. It's going to be okay. Some things are an emergency. Most of the stuff in life is not. You're late to something. It's probably going to be all right. It's going to be okay. We used to not have GPS. We were late to a lot of stuff. We just had to plan way better, I think. We had to use paper maps. And, you know, when you communicate with people, it doesn't have to be right here and now. And I think, unfortunately, this high sense of urgency that we all have actually deteriorates from our relationships. When people don't get back to us, when we don't immediately make deadlines for our job or for other expectations for our friends and our family, we feel like we're failures and people look upon us like we're failures. We're not. We're just human. We all need to calm the F down. I cannot express that enough. Not everything is a crisis. If we decide to push that project out by a week or two, is it going to be all right? Probably. Do we need to paint the walls right now? Probably not. Do we absolutely need this thing from Amazon tomorrow? Maybe no. You know, most things in life, we can calm down and we can relax a little bit. I'm feeling obviously a lot of pressure lately. This is why I put this together, but I really thought it was just a message that we can all benefit from. We don't need to do everything all the time right here and now. Let's figure out what really is urgent. Most of the things in life, it's okay to wait. If your friend doesn't respond for 48 hours, that's okay too. They're still your friend. Thank you so much for listening. Relax a little bit, breathe a little bit easier, enjoy life, and don't be so rushed because we all need to calm the F down just a little bit. Thanks, guys. Bye.